Baines Johnson, J, the first rule of politics is to be able to count. Now, we all knew that quote, we'd all heard it before many times. We just thought he was kind of doing the political cliche. And then we suddenly understood that Grant was the one who was counting. He was basically trying to work out who was on side and who wasn't, who was against. He was Home Secretary at the time, and he told us with extraordinary, I don't know whether to call it bluntness or prescience, that Liz Truss had 10 days to turn her premiership around. He said she has 10 days to turn it around. That was October the 4th. October the 20th, Liz Truss had resigned. He was out by 6 days, but he counted. He was doing the counting. And I think that heady, slightly crazy time, which saw the markets in such a state, the pensions, Bank of England coming in to try and stabilise around the world, people sort of looking at us and say, what is going on, guys? What is going wrong? I think it now explains why politics feels relatively boring. And I say relatively because in a post-Johnson, post-Kwarteng, post-Truss landscape, everything is bound to feel pretty calm. And calm, right now, is the Sunak ambition. Rishi Sunak, has made things far more complicated for Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer hated Boris Johnson. He loved being up against him. It was the yin to his yang. When Boris was flustered, Keir could be calm. When Boris was sort of shown up to be lying, then Keir could be straight. When Boris was being buffeted by the wings of his party, Keir Starmer was making a big show of putting his left wing firmly back in its box. And what I'm saying, I guess, in essence, is that Boris suited Keir because they were so different. They were poles apart in temperament, they were poles apart in approach.